Hey guys, what's going on? ForeverRetro82 here. It's been a while since I did a Let's Play on this channel, and I did promise and said that I was going to do some Super Nintendo Let's Plays this week, and hopefully I can get a couple out before Friday's stream. Today I'm going to play a game that is very hated amongst most of you and most gamers of all time. Or one of the most hated of all time. At least from what I've gathered with, research and looks and things of that nature. And, well, as you can tell by the title, it's Ultraman. Now, a little backstory about Ultraman. There's not much I could say. Think about, it's about a young man who gains the power of turning into Ultraman and defeating large enemies, a la Godzilla style. Now, as you can see here, the one on the left is old-style Ultraman, while the one on the right, and I don't know if you can see this red box, I hope not, but if so, I don't know, fucking OBS being a bastard again. The left one is the old one, and the right one is a new one. If you want my honest opinion, I like the right one better. I think the right one looks a lot cooler and neater. But as I was saying, see, he fought robots, or monsters, in different things that are large in scale, kind of like in the same way. I mean, there's a name for it, but I'm not Japanese. I know AVGN touch base on what it's called when they do this style. It's where they're people fighting on a small set to make the look of it as if it was them being super huge and fighting each other. It's not very exciting by any means, but I mean, it was fun and kind of exciting, I guess, if you were into this sort of thing, if you were a Godzilla fan like I was. And during the time of its release, of what we're going to be doing here, the show started syndicating where I live, which was in Warren, Michigan, which was 2 miles north of Detroit. And I believe it was Channel 20, and back then it was known as WXON. So if any Michiganders are watching, which you may or may not, you may remember that station. We also had WKBD, which was Channel 50. That's where I watched Thundercats on when I was a wee lad, when I was really small and dumb, and, well, I'm big and dumb now, but, it is what it is. Now, I understand they actually made 2 versions of the game. The Japanese version differs a lot from the American version. And I haven't played it or have played through it yet. But I have it on my to-go list in the future. So I'm going to play the American version, which I played as a young boy, and it was the first game I rented for the Super Nintendo. So with that being said, let's load the game. Now you may ask, well, why are you playing a game everyone hates? Well, I have a little bit of nostalgia for this title. For the reason that, well, it was something I liked as a youth. At first I didn't understand how to play this fucking game, but then my friend, who was smarter than me, was able to figure it out. Alright, let me turn the volume down on my end so I can hear myself think. So there's that. It's Ultraman Towards the Future. I think there's a code. If you hold L and R and press start, I believe you get a menu. I guess not. There's a code you can do, which you can give yourself more continues and shit. But, and change the difficulty. But I think for the sake of this playthrough, we'll play it on normal. And then, on a later date, I'll play it on expert, like on a stream, or I might make another video. So, as you see, there's Ultraman. You punch by pressing B, A's to kick, Y's to shoot stuff, and you can flip backwards by holding down and left on the D-pad. And you can make a little shield, which, in my opinion, is pointless. This is Guttius, or Guttius. I've never seen this guy on the show. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was on, but I don't know. Anyways, the L in the middle of the screen, if you press the L and R buttons, you can toggle between them. And, see, so I shot level 3 at him. I like the sound that Ultraman makes when he... Because, I mean, here he's like, yeah, yeah. But when he throws, he's like, death metal rock, yeah. See? That's kind of cool. At least I think so. Now it says finish. But here's the thing that got me as a kid. In order to beat the enemies in this game, you have to charge your lasers, I want to say, or levels. I don't know. It's called one or the other in the instruction booklet. You have to charge it up to level 4. And when it says finish, you gotta shoot him. Now, if you just... I could, like, turn around and start running the other way, but if I were to do that, his energy replenishes. I don't believe your energy replenishes, but I know as hell theirs do. It's kind of it's a pain in the dick. But he's a pretty easy boss. Very simple. Come on. And then, boom. Repeat like 9 more times, and there you go. It's not easy as you think, though. Because some of the enemies in this game are so fucking cheap in terms of difficulty that you'll pull your hair out in frustration. And now we go to the... Get the mouse out of here, stupid mouse. If you get, I believe it's 20,000 points, you get an extra life. Okay, it's not 20,000. Or it could be 50. It's been a while since I played this, so excuse my crude and ignorant shit. Anyway, so here's Bogan. Or Bogun. The only one I've seen on the syndication was a Mantis boss, which comes out later. Or comes later in the game. I'll point them out when we get there. Yeah, you can uppercut. If you hold up in the attack, he does little attacks. But the attacks are worthless. Like, for the most part. I mean, to me, punching and kicking, it does the job. And, of course, spamming lasers here and there. I mean, it's all about placement and timing. Much like a lot of games of this type. And you move extremely slow. That's why I roll, because it makes it faster. Ah, shit. He farted in my face. That's nice. It just goes right in your face. Gotta love that shit. Ah, I rolled too early. If you roll too early, you will take damage as you just said, shit. Alright, I'm gonna kick him. Poof. Bye. Alright, that's 2 down. Now this next boss, or this next fight, I couldn't get past as a kid. When I first played the game. I couldn't get past this guy because he's a little cheaper than the rest of them, but he's not that bad nowadays. Once you get experience in playing the game and find a little, like, tips and manipulating of the game system, you'll be able to beat the bosses. I mean, all of them are pretty much the same. I mean, they have their, like, own attack. Okay, Degola. Now, you gotta admit that, even though that Mode 7 effect looks gay as fuck now, at least it was kind of cool for its time. And it still has its little charm to it. Yeah, this guy spams lasers like a son of a bitch. I hate this motherfucker for that reason. And that's the reason I couldn't beat him as a kid. And he rolls around, too, like a goddamn critter, if you ever watched Critters when you were a kid. This guy's an asshole. Usually my tactic is just use jump kicks like this. It's kind of hard to do because you have to time it just right. I mean, as you can see, I'm just whooping his fucking ass. Yeah, you cheap son of a bitch. You know you're done, that's why you're gonna be cheap. Ah. I mean, you have a shield, but it's almost useless because it just doesn't work in the way that it's intended. It worked there, but trust me, sometimes it just does not work. Especially in the later guys. Alright. Now he's gonna be cheap. Die! It's kind of... The explosions of the enemies give a nice touch. It's not like the same explosion. As you can tell, every guy you fight, there's a different one. But they repeat, I think, after 3 cycles. So, you know, that novelty wears off rather quickly. And I think I get an extra life here. And I think this is a Bokon or Guttius 2 is next. Guttius 2 is a bitch, though. He shoots bubbles, and he's pretty fucking cheap. 50,000. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Oh, it's Baron Gas. My bad. Looks like a retarded camel with dragon teeth. Doesn't he? He looks like a... You know, I love camels. They're really fun, and they're cute, too. Very friendly animals, but not this motherfucker. This guy's cheap. And he looks nothing like he does in this... in his portrait. He has cool music, though. Yeah, this guy is a little bit on the hard side. You'll be seeing me doing that spamming jump kick a lot, because that's the only thing that seems to work on some of these guys. Because, I mean, I would like to throw this guy, but as you can see, he uses his head as a weapon, so that doesn't work very well. And I believe most of the music in this game is in the show too. I don't remember the show very much because when I was a kid, I had you know, my mind was everywhere as a kid. I mean, even now, like I can't just concentrate on just one thing. And it sounds good for a first gen SNES game. It sounds nice. It's not all reverbery and fucked up. Die. Bye. See, it's showing the explosion. And then the sun comes out. It's a pretty day. Baron Gas is dead. Fuck him. Okay, we got about 5 more stages. Hoping I can do it, because I do struggle on some of the guys from this point on, so... If I can do it one shot, great. If not, we'll get it done. One way or another. I was wishing this game did better, though, because I would have loved to see more Ultraman games on the SNES. I mean, yeah, this was its first foray, and it was not well received, and rightfully so. It's not that great of a game. But I would have loved to have seen this idea be explored more. Now, this guy's a bitch. Alright, sorry about that minor interruption. My wife needs something. She just had surgery, and I gotta take extra care of her. If any of you are in a relationship or married or, you know, whatnot, you know, you try to take care of those you love. Anyways, let's continue on. Now, this guy's a bitch. To this day, I still have problems with him. But we're gonna try to do this. He likes to run under you. That's the one thing. And never attack him head on. It's going to end up bad for you. At least in my opinion. See? And then he's going to push me. Yep. And then he does his fucking bubbles. I hate this motherfucker. My friend, Steve, the smarter guy that I mentioned earlier, he got to him. This guy here. Shit, I might die. Like I said, it's been a while. I'll try not to. Gotcha! Booyah! Fuck you, Guttius 2. You're an asshole, but he's nothing compared to the next guy. Zibokon, I think is his name, or Ziborkon. He's a diseased... something. I am very ignorant when it comes to the Ultraman universe, so I do apologize in advance to any Ultraman fans out there. I respect the series, and I hope to watch them, especially if they're in English. Like I said, I seen the show, the original show, that was dubbed in English. And I got an extra life. So we're making good progress. Yep, Zibokon. This guy is cheap. He runs like this, and he has a flamethrower. Ugh. I hope I can beat him. I might die once on him. I hope that's all, though. As you notice, I don't use my punches, because the punches suck. See, like I said, he runs all over the place and uses a fucking flamethrower. Ah, got hit. There we go, we got... Oh, I didn't know you can kick him out of that! Sweet! I learned something today! Haha! Yeah, the punch is useless. In the earlier guys, sure, but in like this guy, no. Because he uses his flamethrower and spams the shit out of it, as you could probably tell. Oh, I threw him! Fuck yeah! I've never done that before. This is sweet. I'm doing good this time. Sorry, I just get overly happy if I do something right for a change. Oh, you bitch. Oh, now he's gonna be cheap. Oh, you bitch. Let me just hit him one more time. Fuck off. Boom! Yes! Fuck you, Zabokon. And then the sky's clear. Isn't that pretty? Aww. Fuck off. I don't understand. What? Like, when he attacks, he's like, Kia, Kia. And then when he's, like, flying or throwing, he's like, bruh. He, like, goes from fucking pussy, like a pussy like Richard Simmons, and then becomes man status like Peter Steele in an instant. Another life. Yeah, here he is. I've seen this on the show. This bitch, because it's a girl, it's a woman. This thing is the bane of existence for me. This has to be, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the game. Because she jumps all the time. Alright, Mojaba. Music's cool, too. It's like a Hell March kind of deal. Oh, not Hell March. That's Command & Conquer. Sorry. Yeah, backflips can get away from lasers, but like I said, it's all timing, and I'm not very good at timing. Ah. Oh. Ah! Yeah, I might die. I sometimes die in Mojaba. I get lucky sometimes. She's cheap as fuck. I just want to hit it. Yes! Whew. Doing good, doing good. Alright, 2 more stages. I believe K-Bola and then Killazy. Killazy is a bitch. I mean, he's probably the second hardest next to Zabokon. Now, this guy is weird. I sometimes do good on him, sometimes I don't. But I got plenty of tries now. I think we'll be able to do this in one shot. Won't that be good? Kodolar. You fight him in a similar city as where you fight Baron Gas with city background and yeah. Now this guy likes to use ground lasers all the time, so jump kick spam is definitely your way you want to go here. This guy's tough, because he does take a lot of damage from you. He's not Killer Z tough, but he's pretty fucking close. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get killed here. It's not uncommon for me to die here. Well, let's at least get him close to finish. Yeah. Fuck. It's alright. It's alright. We have 6 tries. And beautiful thing is when you continue, his health doesn't recharge. So that's good. So now basically I just gotta try to stay alive. Easier said than done. See, that's what happens if you don't land that kick. It's hard to control. It's very floaty. I'm just trying to play it simple. Play it cool. Yeah, now he's getting pissed. Ah, you bitch. Boom! Alright, final battle. Killer Z time. I'll probably die in this guy at least once or twice. Depends on how luck hits me today. I have to say, this has been a pretty smooth playthrough. Gosh, I mean, I wish I could have done that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I rented this game and I always tried to kill the fucking third boss, and I couldn't do it until I rented it the 3rd time. I used to rent this a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. I'd say about I want to say 3 or 4 times. Because I wanted to beat this game. I know this game is not great by any means of the imagination. It's cool, but it's not great at all. I mean, this was pre-Street Fighter 2. This is the closest you got to a one-on-one fighter that's only one player. Killer Z looks cool, though. I like his design. I never got to see him in the show, though. I may have to look up some clips on YouTube, if there's any available. Shit! Yeah, this guy don't fuck around either. You can throw him, but it's rare. Yeah, he's just being a bitch right now. It happens. That's why I wanted to at least get the L3 shot done, so that takes away a lot of his health. So now all I gotta do is just try to avoid him a little bit. We'll get him. We'll get him. Oh, I forgot he shoots fire too. Yeah, he's pretty much what a final boss should be. Hard as fuck. Yeah, so you can run away from him, but if you look, his health will... See, his health increases. Come on. Just gotta play it cool. Play it cool. Don't do stupid shit. Come on. Alright, I'm finished. Yes! And that's Ultraman. Very short, sweet, but has its qualities. I mean, like I said, it's not a great game by any stretch of the imagination. It's fun. It's a fun little playthrough, and you know, if you get a hold of the quirkiness and the the shitty control and everything else in between, it's okay. Now this is when Ultraman leads the guy. I can't remember the guy's name. Like I said, it's been years. I haven't seen it since the syndication. So I'm 36 now, and that was when I was 9. So yeah, anything I knew about Ultraman other than little bleak memory is gone. Now I get to see the battles with Ultraman in pictures to this awesome heroic tune. This is a good tune. I like it. There's Killazee. There's Ultraman giving a smug pose. Yeah, motherfucker. Him shooting off his beam. And that's it. What would I change if I could when playing Ultraman? Well, I know this would make the game easier, but I would really make the L meter charge faster. Because to me, that's the most breaking point of this game, is it takes too long. And the gameplay needs a little bit of refining. And I'm sure if, in a couple years, if they were to, from this point, from 1991 to, like, say, 93 or 94, if they could have, like, retweaked it, they could have made a sequel that made this game look like nothing. But it didn't sell well, didn't do too well in the retail space. I mean, I own a copy, only because of nostalgia reasons. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this short playthrough. I hope you enjoyed this. I am ForeverRetro82, and I'll see you in the next one.